What if I told you that an entire village, a thriving, populated settlement, completely disappeared overnight, leaving no trace of its people? This isn't a legend, it's a real historical mystery. In 1930, an Inuit village near Anjikuni Lake, Canada, was discovered completely abandoned. But this wasn't a normal case of migration. There were no footprints leading away. Houses were left standing, stocked with supplies. Even meals were still on the tables. And the strangest part? The village's sled dogs were found frozen to death, still tied up. A mysterious blue light was reported in the sky before the disappearance. Some say it was an alien abduction. Others believe it was something even more sinister. Welcome to Infinitia Verity, where history's greatest mysteries come back to life. Today we investigate the vanishing village of Anjikuni, a case so bizarre that it defies explanation. Before we dive into what happened, we need to understand what this village was like before it vanished. The village of Anjikuni was situated near Anjikuni Lake in Nunavut, Canada, a remote, freezing landscape where only the hardiest could survive. The Inuits living here were expert hunters and fishers. They thrived despite the harsh Arctic conditions, passing down traditions for generations. Their village was well established, with huts, fishing supplies and community gathering areas. But in November 1930, something changed. Joe Labelle, a fur trapper, had visited the village before. He knew its people, he knew its layout, but when he returned that fateful day, the village was silent. No voices, no movement, just emptiness. The huts were intact, fully stocked with food and weapons, but completely abandoned. Campfires were still burning, as if the villagers had vanished mid-meal. And the most disturbing part, there were no footprints, no sign of struggle, no sign of escape. Even the sled dogs left behind were found frozen to death, still tied to their posts. Where could an entire village disappear to without a trace? Labelle was familiar with the Inuit way of life. He had visited the village before. He knew its people were hardy, resourceful, and had no reason to suddenly leave their homes. But as he stepped into the village, something felt off. Absolute silence. No voices, no activity, not even the usual sounds of wildlife. Untouched food meals had been left on tables, uneaten, as if the villagers had vanished mid-bite. Fully stocked supplies, rifles, fishing gear, and provisions were all still in place. And then it got worse. Joe Labelle began checking the homes. All of them were empty. Near the village edge, he found the Inuit sled dogs, tied to their posts, frozen to death. No signs of them being fed, as if their owners vanished before they could set them free. It didn't make sense. Labelle later stated, "I felt an evil force in that place. It was as if the village had been swallowed up by the sky." With no answers and rising fear, Labelle rushed to the nearest telegraph station to alert authorities. But when the Royal Canadian Mounted Police arrived, the mystery only deepened. When the Royal Canadian Mounted Police arrived, they expected to find clues, footprints, signs of struggle, or evidence of a natural disaster. But there was nothing. No signs of migration, no bodies, no explanation. The huts were intact, the supplies were untouched. There were no human footprints leading away from the village. So what happened? Here are the leading theories. Some suggest that the Inuit people left due to harsh weather, food shortages, or tribal conflicts. The problems with this theory: why would they leave behind their weapons, food, and sled dogs? There were no footprints, sled tracks, or signs of travel. Inuit migrations always leave traces. This left nothing. Some UFO enthusiasts point to mysterious blue lights seen in the sky before the disappearance. Local accounts claimed that an eerie glow hovered over Anjikuni before the village vanished. The problems with this theory: no official records confirm the lights. It sounds more like folklore than fact, but how do we explain the lack of footprints? Indigenous legends tell of the Wendigo, a spirit that curses entire villages, driving them mad or making them disappear. Inuit elders warned that those who anger the spirits of the land will vanish into the ice. The problems with this theory: it's based on folklore, not science, but the sheer absence of clues makes some wonder, was something unnatural at play? No matter which theory you believe, one fact remains: the people of Anjikuni vanished without a trace. What if the villagers didn't just vanish but uncovered something they weren't supposed to? Anjikuni is located in one of the most remote and least explored regions on Earth. Some researchers believe that beneath Anjikuni Lake lies a vast unmapped cave system. Legends tell of hidden tunnels used by the Inuit to escape extreme conditions. Could they have retreated underground, only to become trapped? But if they did, where are their remains? Problems with this theory: no evidence of large cave systems has been found in the region. If they went underground, why did they leave their sled dogs to die? Some believe the Canadian government knows more than they admit. In 1959, the RCMP allegedly lost their records on the case. Did they suppress information about a military experiment gone wrong? Could the villagers have witnessed something that required them to be removed? Problems with this theory: no classified documents proving a cover-up have surfaced. But why did the RCMP contradict itself in official reports? Inuit elders tell stories of forbidden objects buried beneath the ice, things that must never be disturbed. Could the villagers have unearthed something that sealed their fate? Stories of strange artifacts hidden beneath frozen lakes exist across many cultures. Could this be a case where legend and history collide? Problems with this theory: no known excavation has ever confirmed such artifacts, but what if some things are meant to stay buried? The mystery remains unsolved. For decades, investigators, historians, and conspiracy theorists have tried to unravel the truth behind the vanishing village of Anjikuni, but no clear answer has ever emerged. So what really happened? Mass migration? Unlikely. No tracks, no signs of departure. Alien abduction? No proof, but the strange lights remain unexplained. Supernatural forces? Legend or reality? The Inuit still warn of spirits in the ice. Government cover-up. Suspicious RCMP reports raise more questions than answers. Final thought: some mysteries are not meant to be solved. Perhaps the people of Anjikuni simply disappeared. What do you think happened? Drop your theories in the comments. Subscribe to Infiniscia Verity for more unsolved history.